It's all about energy. It's all about passion. It's all about excitement.
It's bending, it's in! Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Would you believe it? Over Heskey! It's Claridge, it's in! It's the greatest day in Leicester City's history. Heskey's done it! Marshall! Great turn by Heskey. Brilliant play. What a goal! Emile Heskey. Classic. Tremendous goal. Oh, what an effort by Muzzy, is it? Cutty with a brilliant goal. What a goal. Matty Elliott has done it again. And Martin O'Neill's masterstroke has paid off.
December 1995 and Leicester City Football Club faced a crisis. Plans for a swift return to the Premiership were thrown into disarray when manager Mark McGee walked out on the club.
Just feel let down. Very disappointed. He's left us halfway through a season when we feel we're going quite well.
I think everybody's a bit frustrated and obviously very disappointed what's happened and the way it's been conducted, but it's history now, we've got to get on with it.
Without a league win in 5 matches, managerless Leicester bounced back against a Norwich side whose boss had walked out on them that very morning. His name? Martin O'Neill. But where on earth could he be heading?
I'm a great admirer of his ability and of his management style, and I'm very much looking forward to working with him.
I genuinely have looked at Leicester from the last year. Style has changed a little bit. It seems as if we've got a few quality players in as well too. So it's all set up here for promotion.
It's been a worrying time the last couple of weeks, not knowing who's going to come. But so he's been appointed now, and I think it'll be good for the club.
I think he was a good player. If he's as good a manager as he was a player, so it should be good for us.
We just hope that he can take off where Mark McGee left and get us back to the top of the league and hopefully take us up this year.
Despite the optimism, life was tough early on for O'Neill as City were sent crashing out of the FA Cup by Manchester City, who inflicted a 5-0 thumping on the Surrey Foxes. And things were about to get even worse in the league as City slipped down to 9th with only 8 games remaining.
I was prepared to forget the 30th of March 1996 at about 27 minutes past 4 o'clock when the crowd absolutely erupted. Sheffield United scored their 2nd goal in the game. Yeah, I'd forgotten it completely. On the Monday night, I went on the local radio phone-in and people were, dishing up plenty of abuse. And I just asked for a little bit more time, that was all, and that if I couldn't turn it round in the foreseeable future, then obviously enough they would be right to get rid.
But City were set for a remarkable transformation, thanks to O'Neill's brilliance in the transfer market.
When I was at Wycombe Wanderers, I was watching games all the time. I watched Chelsea reserves till I'm blue in the face, and obviously Muzzy Izzet was one of the particular people, and if I ever thought that we'd get an opportunity to take him, and if he wasn't considered good enough at Chelsea, then that would be ideal. Neil Lennon, I always thought him as a nice little passer, not so sure about his pace and things like that, but when you get an opportunity to watch a player for 3 or 4 consecutive games, then you realise he can do it.
O'Neill's other significant signing was Steve Claridge from Birmingham, and with all 3 in tow, City made a late dash for the playoffs. O'Neill's men travelled to Watford on the final day, needing a victory to give them a chance of a top 6 finish, although they would also be dependent on results elsewhere.
And that's a good-looking cross. Robin goes up, away by Wise, and back again, they've scored! Leicester City take the lead, and would you believe it? The goal comes from Muzzy Izzet. His first ever goal in league football. Incredible moment to score it.
A great win, but there was an agonising wait at full time to see if Millwall had kept Ipswich scoreless.
0-0 is a result. Is it? Yeah, beauty. Sorry, definitely a result. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, we're there. We're there. We made it.
City faced Stoke in the playoffs, and after a first-leg stalemate, O'Neill made his peace with Gary Parker following a well-publicised dispute, handing him his first start in 10 matches.
The ball across to Parker. Parker has scored! 30 seconds after the restart, Martin O'Neill's decision to restore Gary Parker to the Leicester team has paid off handsomely.
I'd started to get a rapport with some of the players, Gary Parker in particular, who was big influence in the dressing room, very good player. I think he had the club at heart. I think he had football at heart.
Parker was wearing his heart on his sleeve for the final as Leicester faced Crystal Palace for the ultimate prize, a place in the Premier League.
Here's Roberts. Hopkin. Houghton. It's a good-looking ball through, and it's in! Andy Roberts scores! Palace are in front.
And Kevin Poole won't believe that at Wembley a ball could bubble over him from that.
Brown, Engdahl again. Oh, tremendous effort, and what a brilliant save by Kevin Poole.
That for me is the best bit of football there's been, Alan. Good little link-up play, and here you see somebody very positive outside of his left foot. Hardly gets a look at goal. He's hooking that all the way to goal, and that's a great save.
That has kept Leicester's hopes alive. That was going in, no question. Tuffle tries to get the little touch on from the corner. It's come out to Brown. And back in it goes towards Tuffle. And the header creates danger, and Poole has made another brilliant save, this time from Friedman. Well, in the semi-finals against Stoke, he did a similar thing early on there. He made 2 saves in the space of a couple of minutes, and he's done it again in the final. Walsh. Visits continued his run down the left, and Walsh, with a glorious ball, sets him clear. That could be a penalty, it is! They're celebrating already, but there's a rather important kick to come yet. But a brilliant ball by the captain Walsh, and Muzzy is it. Determined, was tripped by Edworthy. The referee had no hesitation.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that Edworthy made a challenge there. Tackling, chasing back like that. Is it still had people to go by?
Gary Parker, never afraid to take responsibility, will take the kick. And a level!
And I don't think anyone, Alan, can begrudge them that. They've worked, they've drove, they've fought, and they've got the reward for it. And it's a safe bet. The calmest man on the field there would have been Gary Parker.
Absolutely. He was always first in the queue, I think, for Villa when the European penalties were taken.
Always will take responsibility, and no matter how his game is the sort of player that will never shirk anything.
Get the ball, says Martin O'Neill. Get the ball. Callagh says, look, I am the king when it comes to penalty shootouts. You get me on there, and I'll win you this match.
About 6.5 seconds left to the game. Zelko went onto the field, putting his gloves on, said, "Don't worry, I'll win it for you." And, you know, to this day, that some of the Crystal Palace players say that they were actually disturbed by the substitution taking place and lost a little bit of concentration.
That could be the winner from Claridge. It is! Stevie Claridge has given Leicester a place in the Premiership. And Martin O'Neill's masterstroke, in the most unexpected way, has paid off. And the man he signed for £1 million has scored a goal that's worth a lot more than that.
just a perfect end. I thought, like, Eddie Jones thought, oh, it'd be nice to get a goal. They just forgot about it. The ball just sat up and I've shinned it in, so, oh, it's brilliant.
Shinned it in?
Well, I think so. I don't know what I can't feel, my legs are just cramping and everything, but, oh, it's just a great feeling. I can't believe it. Best feeling in the world.
And Captain Fantastic, as they call him at Filbert Street, leads his players to receive the trophy. But more importantly than that, to receive a place back amongst the big boys. Michael Alcock, the managing director of Ensley Insurance, hands over the trophy, and listen to this noise.
It would have been annoying, more than annoying, if we had lost the match, because we were definitely the better side. Lennon played magnificently, Muzzy is it, and it was great to see them doing well, players that you'd brought into the football club. But I was as pleased for some of the really good guys who were already at the club when I arrived. Regardless of only having a couple of weeks to prepare for the Premiership, it made no difference. You were there. Fantastic moment. It made it all worthwhile. Steve Walford, my coach, always says that was his greatest moment. No moment in his time at Leicester ever gets anywhere remotely near winning at Wembley against Crystal Palace.
Steve Claridge was the hero in City's promotion push, but it would take two to tango in the Premier League, and youngster Emile Heskey was fast becoming a star.
Now, can Claridge get in there? In comes the cross, Heskey's there! Heskey scores the opening goal in the Premiership for Leicester City. Lennon, Heskey, nice turn, Heskey draws away from Venison's challenge, what a goal!
At 18 years of age, he could do the lot. He could go and play left back if you wanted him to do. He was powerful, he could have played centre half, he could have headed as well as anybody. And we employed him down the left-hand side in the promotion run, but we knew eventually he wanted to go and play centre forward. And despite being so young, he had a great influence on the field, very quiet lad, but it was great to have him at the football club.
This is Heskey, a chance to show his place. Lennon tearing into the centre. Claridge is there!
Nicknamed Bruno, Heskey was a real handful up front and helped City make a dream start to life in the Premier League. Wins against Spurs and Leeds were followed by victory at Villa Park in mid-November to send O'Neill's new boys up to 10th in the league. They played some scintillating football along the way.
Heskey. Here's Claridge. Is it to make the run here? The defender Taylor's drawn to him. Is it just through his legs to finish it here? Yes, he has! It's going to be a splendid win at Villa Park for Leicester City.
And the Foxes were soon on the cup trail too.
Up goes Scott Taylor at full flight here. Taylor with a shot. The keeper lost it, then Van der Howe, in goes Claridge. And Van der Howe just managed to recover in time. Alex Ferguson, the League Cup winner with United back in '92. There's Heskey, it's a clever layoff, and in by Claridge. Now they have their reward. Clinical finish by Steve Claridge, and it was delightfully set up for him too. Well, it was coming, wasn't it? Lovely flick by Heskey. Great strike by Stevie Claridge. It's a lovely goal, this, isn't it? A super goal. What a beautiful flick that. And that's a super strike. Neil Lennon is down injured at the moment. He's just back on his feet now. But there's Roy Keane, who lost his balance but was being held down, and it's a penalty.
Not too sure about this one. I'm really not too sure about this.
Well, Lawrence did appear to tug him, and Paul Scholes has the chance here of putting this team level.
have to say, if he does score, it will be against the run of play. Great opportunity here for Scholes. He's missed it. By a mile. Yes. Here's Clegg. That was an intelligent pass there. Pulled back by Cook and Scholes over the bar. Another squandered opportunity by Scholes. Watson, Walsh, they've both gone up. That was Heskey, and the keeper was committed. Off his line then, Van der Hoe. Julian Watts on the near post. Little ball for Heskey! 2-0. And Leicester City can breathe a little more easily now. Top-pick finish by Emil Heskey.
Well, just over the last couple of minutes, it looks as though it was coming again, and come it does. Thumped in, isn't it? It's a nicely floated corner, and it falls to Heskey, and he has no argument about that.
With their strikers on fire, O'Neill moved to strengthen his defence with another astute signing.
You may turn around and say he's unproven at Premiership level, but sure, we had a number of players like that. You know, Neil Lennon, Muzzy Izzet, people like that were unproven at Premiership level. We're having to gamble again, but I think he's a gamble worth taking.
It basically came down to a decision between Leicester and Southampton, and I was just impressed with the way the manager came across to me and showed his intent, and all round it's the right club for me, I feel. And
O'Neill also landed Steve Guppy from Port Vale, and the tricky winger would be instrumental in helping City become an established Premier League outfit. But it was in the League Cup where history would be made that year.
Marriage. Now Robbins. Good shot on the turn.
Oh, that's a great goal, isn't it? That justifies everything, doesn't it?
Robbins sent City flying into the semi-final, but in the first leg against Wimbledon, they did everything but score.
Parker. Claridge. Now Heskey. Heskey! Oh, hit the post! Sullivan had to make the stop. We've got Claridge to worry about here. It's Steve Claridge. Oh, missed by a whisker.
It proved to be just as tight in the second leg at Selhurst Park as a place in the final beckoned for the winner.
Jones towards Gale. Forced a mistake from Watts. This is Marcus Gale. Oh, driven through Keller, and Wimbledon are in front. Fantastic shot by Marcus Gale. Right through the Leicester City goalkeeper. To use a cricketing term, beaten for pace. Parker with a free kick. It's towards Grayson, it's in. An equaliser from Simon Grayson. And it has been coming.
It's a magnificent bowling from Gary Parker, and it's an equally magnificent header. That is a great header from Grayson.
Leonardson. Marcus Gale. Across Keller, who made a good stop. Just got his hand to it.
Keller kept his nerve through extra time to clinch victory on away goals, handing his side a place in a major final for the first time since 1969.
The final whistle has gone. It's Leicester City and Martin O'Neill who go to Wembley. The pre-season relegation favourites could end the season with a major trophy to their name. They have exceeded everyone's expectations but their own, maybe even their own too.
The town is abuzz, there's no doubt about it, and hopefully we can just continue that. I mean, obviously everybody's excited that we're at the Cup final, but it's not the same coming home runners-up as it would be champions.
The Twin Towers were becoming a familiar sight for Leicester. Nigel Pearson captained opponents Middlesbrough in the 1997 League Cup final, with Brian Robson counting Juninho and Fabrizio Ravanelli amongst his troops. But big-hearted Leicester matched big-spending Borough stride for stride at Wembley.
Cox, Hignett. Cox. Hit away by Cormac. Juninho. Musto has tiptoed into the box. It's Ravanelli though, and now it's Juninho. He's almost got through. Lennon was there. Ravanelli, yes! The shirt covers their head. For the 27th time this season, it's the most important goal in Ravanelli's Middlesbrough career. It could have won them their first major trophy. Charged down by Pearson. Robbins in there again. Still a chance. Walsh is there. Heskey's there. Hit the bar. Claridge. Heskey, yes! Leicester City, with 2.5 minutes to spare, are back on terms. They just will not lie down. Spirit, they have it by the lorry load.
10 days later, the replay at Hillsborough proved to be just as tight, with extra time once again needed to decide the outcome.
Lennon to Claridge. Fouled by Emerson. Parker with a free kick. Walsh is forward. Walsh run it. It's Claridge. It's in. Steve Claridge, who scored the most important goal in Leicester's recent history at Wembley last May to give them promotion, has scored a goal which could win them a cup final now, with 9 minutes of extra time play.
That's a big lofted ball in, good flighted ball, finds a dangerous head of Walsh. Claridge anticipates it, gets the hook on it, and does what he did in the league game here and scores a cracking goal.
Kinder. Header on by Pearson. It's a goal kick for Leicester City. A huge sigh of relief, a roar of relief from their supporters. They know they're nearly there. The long road ahead of Middlesbrough is looking very, very long now. It's the greatest day in Leicester City's history. A major success for the team who started the season as favourites to fail. Steve Claridge is their match winner. All the millions spent on the glittering stars who've lit up the English season, and the first major trophy of the season goes to one of the country's bargain hunters, and Martin O'Neill, who just a year ago was facing demonstrations, is now a part of Leicester City's history. It will be Steve Walsh in his testimonial season, a player whose heart and pride has typified Leicester City's season, who will collect the trophy from the FA chairman, Keith Wiseman. And tonight, it's glory and silverware for Leicester City. And encouragement for every club in the country who is not made of money. The relegation certainties are heading for Europe.
Tonight, I thought we played much, much better than we did at Wembley. You might say that it couldn't have been too difficult. But at the end of it all, they played their hearts out tonight. We've got the goal. I thought we deserved to win it. At the end of the day, it's a great moment for us, a great moment for the football club. And if we can stay in the Premiership, we're in Europe next season. We're actually in Europe next season. Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Steve, let's have a quick word about the goal, very briefly.
It's happened again. I mean, just popped out. I think Waller's got into it. I've just managed to nick it in the corner. It's just fabulous. Can't believe believe it again.
Back in Leicester, and the fans were feasting on their historic success.
The white cod there it is, nice bit of blue army trout today. Fresh salmon, no red salmon today, only blue and white salmon this week, ladies.
At the end of the day, the best team won. Martin O'Neill, what a bloke. It's a marvellous job for the city, and hopefully now they can just tie him down for life.
Absolutely brilliant. Lost my voice. We were fab night. Brilliant.
We are best. Leicester's best. We've got a great team.
To take the game up to Hillsborough and win there was a wonderful thing, absolutely terrific. But in the back of your mind, you just couldn't really let go in terms of celebration. It was there. You didn't want to win a competition and be relegated. And despite us ending up finishing 9th that particular year, it was right in the balance to the second last game. And Sheffield Wednesday, when we won that evening, victory was secured and so was our Premiership place. Then that was the first time that you could really think about celebrating. And in your mind, whether you actually did anything about it physically or not, mentally, you celebrated. And then we won the final game at Blackburn. And it turned out to be a fantastic first season.
Hit long. Slipped by Pearson, picked up by Claridge. He's got Heskey with him. Hendry watches. Claridge is going to go round and scores! A 5-star goal from Steve Claridge. Ahead of the new season, O'Neill plucked another man from the depths of obscurity who was soon to become a Leicester legend.
He was wonderful for us. There's no doubt about it. Over the period of time, he became a big player. And he became better than even he thought. All the time I was saying to him, Robbie, your job is to get the ball, get it with as much enthusiasm and as fairly as you possibly can, and then give it to some people who can play, preferably not the opposition. From slow beginnings, breaking into the side to becoming a major player in the team, he's got to take great credit for that.
Savage was to become an integral part of O'Neill's plans, and the manager watched his side make a flying start to the new campaign. The highlights included victory at Villa, a surprise home draw against champions Manchester United, and this stunning 2-1 win at Anfield over Liverpool. Then, a famous fox hunt against Arsenal.
Here's Bergkamp. Good shot. Oh, Bergkamp! Casey Keller didn't know where it was. Brilliant touch by the Dutchman. Guppy. Here's Izzard. Dispossessed by the ever-resourceful Vieira, who's now broken down the right side. Parler plays it into his path. Bergkamp, oh, great touch, Bergkamp. Keller got just a little bit on it, but it wasn't enough. It's Bergkamp's second. It's another splendid Arsenal attack in which Patrick Vieira was so instrumental. It looked 50-50 between him and the keeper, but the Dutchman just got there first. Gary Parker. Aimed at Heskey! Heskey, the ball at his feet! It's the first goal of the season for the 19-year-old. England's schoolboy youth and under-21 international who has trained with the full squad. A glancing header which seemed to hit Lee Dixon and which helped to isolate David Seaman. Heskey scores at the second attempt, and that makes the last 6 minutes very interesting. Headed up by Vieira. Lennon knocks it down, out by Petty. Leicester City will just plant it straight back. It's deflected, it's two! It's Elliott! Matt Elliott!
defenders. It's 2-2, and Leicester City surely now have kept their unbeaten record alive. Arsenal will be denied the victory that seemed theirs with only 7 minutes left. But here's Bergkamp, still on the hat-trick. Great touch by Bergkamp. Oh, it's unbelievable! Arsenal are back in front. Bergkamp gets a hat-trick that is absolutely brilliant. David Platt, one of the substitutes. This goal is all about Bergkamp's quality. He completely isolated Matt Elliott, the defender, hit it wide of Casey Keller, and in the Arsenal dugout they can't believe it. A goal from Leicester to equalise in 92 minutes. Arsenal with surely what's the goal that's the winner in 93. What an end to the game. There's the flick on, that's Grimandi, that'll be a corner, is there time to take it? There will be time to take it. Gary Parker has placed it. Walsh arrives. Yes! Yes! Would you believe it? Oh, it's 3-3! Captain Walsh. It's a match to drain the emotions. He won the header first of all. It came back from Spencer Pryor, and then a thumping header from Walsh to hit the back of Arsenal's net. It's a game that they'll talk about at Filbert Street for years to come. Arsenal, then 2-2, then 3-2 Arsenal, and now 3-3.
Fantastic drama, but the real highlight was yet to come as City got their reward for winning the League Cup with a place in Europe, their first European campaign since 1961. Coincidentally, they were to face the same opponents Gordon Banks and co had met 36 years earlier.
We couldn't have chosen a more difficult time. Atletico Madrid has spent, I think, about 35 million in the summer, including buying Juninho off Middlesbrough, so we meet him again. The referee in the first game, I thought he bottled it a bit. We were going great, Marshall gave us the lead in the match, and we end up losing 2-1. Last half hour of the game, I think he gave everything to Atletico, but he was not, and let me stress, not in the same league as the next boy who was at Filbert Street. Well, his performance was appalling.
We're maturing all the time, and we've come here, took the lead. 40,000 against us. The fans here for us have been magnificent tonight. It's like having an extra man out there, and we can take a bit of pride home with ourselves.
Certainly reasons to be cheerful for City, who were flying high domestically and eagerly awaiting the second leg.
I think there'll be a fantastic atmosphere. First UEFA Cup game there for about 36, 37 years. Certainly the fans who travelled out there that we've just met at the airport are looking forward to it immensely, and I certainly know the players are. If you dared dream about anything, it was playing European football, and even though Filbert Street was only housing 20-odd thousand people, to see it there and to see the ticker tape and to see everything about that particular evening was terrific.
Apart from the referee's performance, that was, as Frenchman Remy Harel threatened to spoil City's big night.
Kick taken quickly, too quickly I think for the referee's liking. The yellow card shown.
Well,
to Parker.
Yes, what he's done, he said, you wanted 10 yards.
Yeah.
Unless the guy speaks perfect English, I don't think Gary Parker's French is that
but
good.
Parker has been shown the yellow card in the first half, so So he's now been sent off. Controversy reigns here now.
He got struck off the list, so a bit like a doctor who performed badly in a few operations. He was struck off the list for not just being incompetent, and but it was no good to us. We were out.
But now it's Kiko. Jose Marie. He has blistering pace, this fellow. Lardin making tracks into the box as well. In goes Lardin. A chance, and it's blasted in by Juninho.
They've been heroes for so long over two legs, and now, you know, there's no real way back for them.
Vizcano. Jose Marie. Oh, that's a great ball in. Swept in by Kiko. And that most certainly has secured a passage through to the next round now for Atletico Madrid.
Heskey's onside here. He's got Lennon up in support. Great chance for Leicester. Heskey's done it.
City was soon back on track in the league, though, and in the new year, even the champions were humbled in their own backyard.
Savage, United junior. Parker. Tony Coddy getting right under the feet of the United defence and scores!
I had a rapport with the fans, the players, more importantly, had a great rapport, and some of the characters that we had, like Savage, like Lennon, like Izzet, like Elliott, and there was a sort of togetherness about the team and the supporters, and that good feeling was really a special part of the club for the next couple of seasons.
Well, they are so good at set plays, Leicester, and Muzzy Izzet, perhaps not the obvious target, certainly not to the Derby defenders. They lost it. Guppy for Heskey! Inside 90 seconds.
Well, we mentioned Guppy, but we mentioned him from the left. But this time, it's a beautifully played cross, and it's a side footer. Just uses the right foot. Savage does ever so well to spot him. But watch this, side foot, that's a pass. Heskey's an absolute acres. Questions will be asked how he's just walked into that near post area, totally unopposed.
Derby have changed their defensive formation. They usually play with three at the back. They've gone in with a back line of four, but they're all over the place at the moment. Here come Leicester again with Heskey, and Izzet! Well, this is incredible. We haven't had 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and it's 2-0 to Leicester City.
Wow, this is quite incredible. Quite incredible. Great ball in, and Heskey's pace is always going to cause problems. This goal's all about the cross. You put in a cross like that, I'm sorry, you just can't defend it. The quality's there. He's given Rowett absolutely no chance, but he's saying to Muzzy Izzet, go on, son, do you want yourself a goal early? And Izzet, he doesn't disappoint. That's another great header.
46 seconds between the two goals. Talk about a flying start. Vaughan having to come out of his area. Chris Powell turning away, keeping the ball until the referee's whistle goes against him. Well, two terrific Leicester headers already. Heskey! It's a third! Quite incredible.
Well, how do you follow this? How do you follow it? Again, delivery from the left. Heskey again doesn't do nothing. The ball in, it's difficult for the defender who's behind him. The defender's not doing enough. Look at that, he's just behind him. He's not making his presence felt physically. The ball's that good that if you see the defender can't get there. Well, if he can't relax today, then he never will be able to.
He's annoyed with himself for not angling that in for number 4.
Well, if he hits the target, it is 4. It's as simple as that.
Back with Guppy. Form started to come, then hesitated. Savage sprinting to keep this in and swing it back in. Good move from him. Marshall! Another headed inside the first 15 minutes. It's Derby County 0, Leicester City 4.
In the summer of 1998, Martin O'Neill boosted his squad by signing Frank Sinclair from Chelsea in a £2 million deal, and Jerry Taggart on a free transfer. Both players would make their Foxes debut at Old Trafford on the opening day of the new season.
Run by Izzet, can he keep the ball in play? Gets around Neville. Remarkable run by him. Balls to Connie, balls to Heskey, and it's there. Leicester City take the lead. Zagorakis to Izzet. Space opening up. Savage has space. It's been a little bit too wide for the shot, but he has support in the area. Heskey's one. Cotty's two. That's two. Tony Cotty's done it again. For the second year in a row, he scores against Manchester United.
Another early draw against reigning champions Arsenal proved City were no mugs.
Cotty making a run inside him. It's still Heskey. Oh, I say.
Heskey was on a hot streak and single-handedly destroyed Chesterfield in the League Cup. But City fans were soon to feel the chill as news broke that George Graham had quit Leeds to join Tottenham, and the Ellen Road board had only one target in mind.
Leeds United coming in was a massive confidence booster to me. It really was, and from that aspect I actually owe them quite a lot.
Ironically, O'Neill did arrive at Ellen Road a fortnight later, but only to take 3 points and strengthen his CV with a victory over the club who were courting him. And as the press speculation intensified, City fans seized their chance to let their feelings be known as George Graham's Spurs came to Filbert Street.
That was a big moment because if there were any decisions to be made, that the crowd's reaction that evening made my mind up about anything and everything, and the bygone days were over. But it was a special evening, there's no doubt about it. The players responded magnificently to the crowd, and I honestly think that the crowd responded to the players. So for everything, terrific for us, and it was a night that made you actually very proud to be the manager of the football club.
Cannon's found a bit of room. Here's Heskey. Great turn by Heskey. Brilliant play. What a goal! Emile Heskey. A classic. And Guppy delivers it. Sinclair almost got in behind the last defender. Tremendous goal! Oh, what an effort by Muzzy, is it? That was a brilliant volley, and might well be the winner.
After pledging his allegiance to Leicester on a dramatic night at Filbert Street, O'Neill's attention turned to plotting the downfall of Charlton as his love affair with the League Cup continued.
This is it. In towards Heskey and Cotty.
It's been a wonderful competition for myself personally, and yeah, we had a great time of it at Nottingham Forest. In fact, they almost owned it. And in the 4 times that we competed at Leicester, it was wonderful.
With an ironic twist of fate, O'Neill's side drew Leeds in the 4th round.
It was Kuehl. Oh, the slip, and it's there! Harry Kuehl has scored for Leeds. Plan B. Hasselback. Terrific save by Casey Keller. That was curling in. Is it? The keeper's a long way out. It's there! Martin left totally stranded, and Muzzy is it. And a score for Leicester City to make it 1-1. Amazing stuff. Martin heading it away here, and he shows such awareness, such presence of mind then, is it, to punish the goalkeeper. Is it? He's away again. Molenaar struggling to stay with him. As he brought him down, he has. Penalty penalty to Leicester. Is it scored the first goal and now has been brought down? And it's going to be substitute Gary Parker. Can he keep his composure here against Nigel Martyn? Parker with the kick, Parker with the goal. An astonishing transformation here.
City rode their luck in the quarter-final against Blackburn.
Oh, off the crossbar.
But Neil Lennon popped up with a rare goal to send the Foxes flying into the semi-finals.
Bringing Savage into the play. They've got 3-4 in the box now, Leicester. It's Lennon! At last the breakthrough, Neil Lennon. Who, remember, hasn't scored for 8 months. Now he has, and it's what to celebrate. So the first Wembley place of the season is up for grabs. Sunderland, the biggest club outside the Premiership, meet Leicester City head-on in front of 40,000 fanatics at the Stadium of Light. It should be quite a night. It is Matty Elliott, and it was an excellent effort, brilliantly kept out by Sorensen, the Danish goalkeeper. Great straight. This is it. It is still forward. Lennon gets the cross in. Heskey's there too, and again the goalkeeper has done absolutely brilliantly to come and claim that. Make it. That's a great ball, and Quinn is onside. First chance for Sunderland. Well, there's a chance. Elliott. Lovely ball outside of the foot. Sinclair on the right. Heskey and Cotty in the box. And Cotty with a brilliant goal. That turned the clock back.
Well, you can't see it hasn't been coming. They've been the better side. It's a wonderful run and a wonderful cross. But this is what Tony Cotty's career has been all about. Attacking the near post. It's a lovely, deft little touch. The goals aren't going to move. This is a brilliant finish from Tony Cotty. That's top draw.
Good ball. Heskey. Guppy. Well, that was a great hit from Ozzy, isn't it? And a wonderful reaction from Sorensen.
That is a magnificent save.
As is it shoots, it comes out to Cotty.
From nothing, they're playing the long ball, they don't win it, it's another header one. Shot's really going nowhere, but one touch to set it up, and it's not the most blistering of shots, Alan, but it guides it into the corner. It's on target, it's a foot inside the post, and it really gives Sorensen no chance.
Reid seems to be indicating that he wants to change things around. 3 at the back, was that, Andy?
It looked like it.
Well, 3 goals give us.
He'd like that, but I think he's taking a little chance. He's going to push. I'm sure Michael Gray will be the one to get pushed forward. Macon will be the one to hold.
Oh, it's a good free kick. It's gone straight in. Sunderland have got to go back in the strangest fashion, but everything accepted. It's all over here at the Stadium of Light, and a superb display of finishing by that master craftsman Tony Cotty has enabled Leicester City to reach the midway mark of this semi-final with a very, very valuable 2-1 lead. Martin O'Neill will be extremely perfectly satisfied with his little striker.
He might have been a veteran, but at 33, Tony Cottee was in the form of his life. And it was his goal in the second leg that helped send City back to Wembley.
It goes over Elliott's head to Savic. Turned forward by Lennon, it's a great ball, it's a goal! He's done it again, Tony Cottee!
Tony Cottee, who did very, very well, did magnificently for us. Steve Walford said, well, he'd known from West Ham days and that if he was fit and wanted to come back from the Far East, that he could still do a job, and he turned out to be terrific.
It's the short walk that football folk can never make too often. Savic, Olathorn, Robert Olathorn, and Walker smothered, and Cottie's in there, and Walker was just strong enough second time. And Edinburgh sees the red. Ferdinand, Everson, good turn of speed. It's Stefan Everson, good save by Callum Nielsen. On 92 minutes.
A heartbreaking finale for the Foxes, but they wouldn't have to wait long for another Wembley date. And as the season drew to a close, Steve Guppy lifted the spirits with a screamer at the bridge.
And here they are, coming strong in the closing minutes to rattle Chelsea's cage. Guppy. It's bending, it's in! Steve Guppy!
O'Neill's last season in charge was, fittingly, his most successful.
And Muzzy is it! Scores Leicester's first home goal of the season.
Oh, what a header that is!
And finally, Cottee is through. What a chance for Leicester early on. And to go. Is it Elliott? Oh, great return ball. Muzzy is it? Surely. Oh, yes. What a good goal. And nobody deserves it more than Muzzy is it.
Flying in the league, O'Neill's side were also in the hat, or rather the wheel, for the League Cup draw.
A roulette wheel is being used to determine home advantage.
And the matches proved to be just as much of a lottery too.
It's a time for holding one's nerve and for heroes. Arne Gudlaudsen steps up first step for Leicester City. And that's very coolly taken. Lee Bowyer under the spotlight now. It's back off the bar and it's not in. Martin O'Neill trying to compose himself on the sidelines. As is it, lining up to take this kick. Is it against Martin? It's there! And Leicester through to the quarter-finals.
City drew Fulham in the fifth round, but it would once again need penalties to decide the outcome after a dramatic 120 minutes.
Walsh with a nasty ball to deal with. Horsfield turning adroitly. Pescasolido available to him. It's Pescasolido! 1-0 Fulham! Oh, it's a terrible ball, and Pescasolido's in, and our Fexab was beaten. It's come to Horsfield. He'll never score a simpler goal. Sinclair.
Heskey must keep this in. Oakes behind him. Walsh is forward now. Chance here! 2-1! Marshall! The cup tie is alive again. Ian Marshall with a tumbling finish as Leicester sent the artillery forward. They're urging them forward now. Taggart. Aimed at Marshall. Chance! 2-2! Steve Walsh! What symmetry, what joy, what relief! Boy, he feels better now! Hey, and doesn't he too? Walsh, who had so nearly cost Leicester the tie, has grabbed it out of the fire! Coleman! They're back in front! It's come through to Elliott turning. And Marshall! Yes! Will it ever stop? It's the tie that just won't lie down. Elliott did the spade work, Elliott's pirouette, and Marshall's dance for joy. Of their 5 penalty takers against Leeds in round 4, Leicester have only 2 available tonight. But as he did then, he will now. Arne Gunnlaugsson with the first kick for Martin O'Neill's side. As he did then, he does now. Scores. Four years since Fulham were in a penalty shootout. Chris Coleman. That's how it feels to miss. Robbie Savage, the very epitome of Leicester industry. The epitome of precision. 2-0 Leicester. Paul Trollope. He went the same way as his skipper, and it was the wrong way. Fulham were never behind in the match, but boy, they are behind big time now. Graham Fenton. His first clean kick at the ball, and it was clean enough. 3-0. Fulham must score or they are out. Jeff Horsfield must score for Paul Bracewell or Fulham's dream is over. Horsfield! Oh, Fekstad saves and Leicester City are through. 3 penalties to 0. And poor Jeff Horsfield can only walk away disconsolately, while Leicester move to within one 2-legged tie of a 3rd League Cup final in 4 years.
Fekstad the hero, and he produced more heroics the following week after coming on as a substitute for the injured Tim Flowers to help send Arsenal crashing out of the FA Cup.
Rimondi wouldn't have expected to be asked forward. It's a time for prayer. Competitions, 2 penalty shootouts, 2 wins, 2 massive celebrations, and Leicester triumph again.
City were undoubtedly the penalty shootout kings, but were being tagged boring Leicester by their rivals. They were anything but in the League Cup semi-final 2nd leg.
Heskey has done brilliantly here. Oh, good save. James reacted well. Heskey will be disappointed that he couldn't get the shot round the keeper. First real chance of the game. That ball, picks out Heskey. On to Elliott. Good downward header and a fine effort. Oh, that was a good shot by Muzzy, is it? Is it getting forward well here? And now it comes out to Oakes, who can hit it.
Goodness me, great power on the ball. Could do it just an inch over. James is beaten, cannons off the post.
Sinclair takes the chance to sprint forward and feed Heskey. Only Elliott in the penalty area at the moment for Leicester City. As he is it now arriving, as it goes back to Savage. Here is it? The ball in early to Elliott, and the header finds the net! What a goal! Matty Elliott has done it again. Reluctant striker he may be, but what an important goal he scored there.
What a fine header into the top corner. Brilliant header, great cross, great celebrations.
The highest crowd of the season at Filbert Street. And they could be looking up train times to Wembley Stadium. Good ball forward there by David James, keeping the pressure on. Taylor sets it up for Stone to hit it. Great save!
I think Flower sees this late, comes through bodies. Look at this touch, great save from Tim Flowers.
There can be only seconds remaining now.
Well, Hendry getting frustrated, but what can you do? There's Zagorakis there just saying, hey, you know, I've got the ball, I'm shielding the ball, nothing wrong with that. Villa players furious.
They just want to keep the ball down this end. Leicester City, they've done that! And they're back at Wembley Stadium again for the third time in 4 seasons. Martin O'Neill has proved a few of his critics wrong. Delight all around at Filbert Street. Matty Elliott, forced into service as a striker, has produced a striker's goal, and one that any centre forward would be proud of. And that goal sends Leicester City to Wembley.
This is the Worthington Cup, and it's the last ever League Cup final at Wembley, and this is the little passport to Europe for Tranmere Leicester. Who will raise it? Who will lift it?
There's nothing like travelling down to Wembley in preparation for it, and there's nothing like coming back when you've won. And it's tucked away there, and you have that, and it's a trophy. It is a wonderful feeling.
We're going to beat them. Because we're the underdogs, and the underdogs always bite harder.
I think Tranmere have done remarkable, to be absolutely honest, but I think we've been here a few times, not wishing to sound clever, but I think we'll do it.
We're not going to slip up after last year. Not twice in a row, no way.
I want it to be the best game of football's ever played at Wembley, and I would really be delighted if we won. You can choose for yourself which order that would be in, but I will be pleased, honestly. I think that it would be nice to play great, and we will attempt to play as much as we possibly can, and we will try and win.
This, the 40th League Cup final, the 34th and last ever being played at this particular Wembley Stadium. Lennon's free kick is decent, and the little back header almost caught out Murphy. Good reaction. Roberts, fine ball. Marn looks for Taylor and finds him. Kelly's well placed. Oh, what a chance. Elliott's header. He's done it again. Matty Elliott.
What a fine header. The goalkeeper Murphy's unlucky. Off the crossbar and into the empty net.
Heskey. And Premiership quality on view from Leicester City now. Cottee. Heskey. Tremendous header. Just over. And Tranmere have got to be careful here to concede another goal at this moment in the game. Could be fatal for them. Set up for Lennon, clever free kick.
Oh, what a goal that'd have been. That was smashing. A little bit special, a little bit thought going into this one. Brilliant.
Steve Guppy. Heskey, is it totally unmarked far side of the penalty area, and he's found him.
Oh dear.
What a chance.
What a chance for Leicester to seal this tie. That touch there gets away, and that's poor.
Lennon. This is Taggart. Lennon takes over again and finds Heskey. Chance here for Heskey now. The referee's got to make a decision here.
Oh.
He's off. Clint Hill joins a small, sad list of players to be dismissed in a Wembley Cup final.
He's the last man. Heskey's clean through and goal. Referee has no option.
Swinging free kick and a chance here for Kelly. He scored! David Kelly! Tranmere are level against all the odds. Well, football's capacity for surprising you has no limits. Guppy's corner is a good one. Elliott! He's scored again! Matty Elliott regains the lead for Leicester City in the last 10 minutes.
What a star this guy's been. Again, he outjumps Challoner right on the 6-yard line. What can you do against this guy? Towers above, plants a header just inside the post. Guppy's best pass of the match. Great ball. Elliott does it again, his second, and he's side second.
Marne's corner kick is a useful one, but Elliott gets it away. And Impey gleefully seizes on the loose ball up against Henry. Lennon. It's a good ball for Izzet. It's 3 against 1 at the moment here. Cottee completely unmarked on the far post. And it comes out to Lennon.
Oh, what a match this has turned out to be.
4 minutes stoppage time. It comes out to Kelly again. It's a decent ball into the far post.
Off the crossbar. What a near miss.
Murphy knows he's got to get this ball as far forward as he possibly can. It's all over though. And for the first time in their history, Leicester City have won a Wembley Cup final. And Martin O'Neill has done it again. So has Matt Elliott in fine style. Fantastic scenes of celebration by players who are on their knees and in tears just 12 months ago when Nielsen's late winning goal gave Tottenham the trophy. Well, it was an optimistic banner to write this morning, but they were right in the end. As we have said many times, Wembley is a stage for winners, and that's what Leicester City are today.
How does this guy feel here? What a moment this is. Boy, does he deserve it. Fantastic.
Leicester City, the Worthington Cup winners, and they will be in Europe next season.
It was emotional. It really was a roller coaster. I'm sorry I've lost the voice here, but I'm just absolutely thrilled. I'm thrilled for the football club. I'm especially thrilled for the players.
I thought we were worthy winners on the day, really. You know, I missed some great chances in the second half, and could have been 3 or 4 in the end, really. And we could give away a sloppy goal. It's disappointing from our point of view, but you got to give Tranmere credit for tremendous fight back, really.
We haven't got the biggest squad, but the squad got us here today. In on penalty shootouts, we had a couple of penalty shootouts, we managed to win them. But at the end of the day, we're all here together, we've all won it together.
what a day for the players, what a day for the supporters as well. The Worthington Cup winners, and my word, have they earned it.
It was one of the best sides that we had in my time there. And I think it was the following Sunday we played Sunderland, and we had Stan Collymore playing centre forward alongside Emile. We had the midfield, which was really strong, competitive, and could play like Izzet Lennon and Savage. And we were strong at the back, and we hammered Sunderland 5-2 in the game. That was a ferociously strong team and absolutely full of talent.
Leicester's a counter-attack, and that's shaping up here with Heskey. Can he present Collymore with the hat-trick? Yes, is the answer. Stan Collymore, a hat-trick on his home debut for Leicester City. Hicks does, there's a deflection on that, and it's 5.
Another North East side was savaged by the Foxes as the season drew to a close.
Now Savage is onside, he's got a chance here. Touch might have let him down, he might have lost the opportunity. Oh no, he hasn't!
O'Neill steered Leicester to another famous triumph at Anfield as City secured their highest league finish in 24 years. But in the summer of 2000, Celtic came calling.
I've often said before, coming to Celtic took about a second and a half. Leaving Leicester was exceptionally difficult, and I think that the chairman, Mr. Elsom, made it exceptionally difficult for me to leave.
We kept going back to his Roman Catholic heritage, his days in Ireland when the whole village supported Celtic. Celtic are in bad times, and I think he sees himself as the saviour.
So Martin O'Neill had gone, but after achieving 4 top 10 Premier League finishes, bringing European football back to Filbert Street, and the small matter of 3 cup finals in 4 years, his place in Fox's folklore was secured.
Brian Clough once said the only inevitability about this job is that you will get the sack. From that aspect, that was very, very satisfying to know that not only were you able to get 1 or 2 victories on the field, but that you were actually able to hold your own off the field as well.
Leicester City and Martin O'Neill who go to Wembley. They have exceeded everyone's expectations but their own. Managed with great intelligence and with great spirit by Martin O'Neill. It's the greatest day in Leicester City's history. A major success for the team who started the season as favourites to fail. And Martin O'Neill, who just a year ago was facing demonstrations, is now a part of Leicester City's history.
And Leicester have done it again. Martin O'Neill's love affair with the League Cup goes on.
Adi Yatimaya, the grit, the steely determination, limited resources. And Martin O'Neill again proving what a top manager he is. Martin O'Neill has proved a few of his critics wrong. Leicester City have won a Wembley Cup final. And Martin O'Neill has done it again.
Leicester City and Martin O'Neill who go to Wembley. They have exceeded everyone's expectations but their own. Managed with great intelligence and with great spirit by Martin O'Neill. It's the greatest day in Leicester City's history. A major success for the team who started the season as favourites to fail. And Martin O'Neill, who just a year ago was facing demonstrations, is now a part of Leicester City's history.
And Leicester have done it again. Martin O'Neill's love affair with the League Cup goes on.
Adi Yatimov, the grit, the steely determination, limited resources, and Martin O'Neill again proving what a top manager he is. Martin O'Neill has proved a few of his critics wrong. Leicester City have won a Wembley Cup final, and Martin O'Neill has done it again.
Leicester City and Martin O'Neill who go to Wembley. They have exceeded everyone's expectations but their own. Managed with great intelligence and with great spirit by Martin O'Neill.